Hey guys, welcome back for part 2 of how to make someone miss you. I know I should have made this earlier, but life got in the way. But here I am. In order to get someone to miss you, they'll need to have some sort of emotional feeling towards you. Missing someone is all emotional. Some people just like the attention of being missed, and there are some that actually just don't want to be alone. I know being alone sucks because our mind and body tends to gravitate towards companionship. And that feeling feels amazing when you find the one that you truly want to be with. There are psychological tricks you can use, and this is just adding on to the first video I made. Later on in this video, you'll find out one way that you could probably get someone attached to you if you know how it's done. You think it sounds sketchy? It probably is, knowing me. So here are 11 more ways on how to make someone miss you. Number 1. Be a sampler, aka a teaser. This will work if you're seeking some kind of romantic relationship. You need to be teasing that person. You know, when you go to the grocery store, sometimes there's the person displaying the food sample for you to try. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it, right? So then you go and give it a try. You will either like it or dislike it, but when you do like it, you're like, damn, I gotta have more. So then you become the sucker and you end up buying their bulk package or whatever you sample, and that's how they get you. In this case, that's how you get them to miss you. But then again, if you're like one of those people, or like me, I'll go back to the sample tray and be like, one is for my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, my 2 uncles, and my 3 cousins, and 4 nephews, and yeah, I can't forget the 2 dogs. Haha, thanks, bye. Number 2, give them something they really like. Make sure it's something that's tangible, not edible. You want to have the thing that they really like to be around for a long time. The reason behind that is because whenever they look at it, they'll be reminded of you. Plus, you were the one who gifted them the item, so it makes it even more special. And if you really want them to think and miss you more, buy them clothes that they actually wear. So whenever they wear it, they'll for sure think about you. To even step it up a notch, you can buy all of their clothes and now you just turn into their parents and you bet you won't be forgotten. It's basically like having parts of you covering all over them. I know it sounds a bit excessive, right? Well, it is. I'm not going to lie. Number 3, play the waiting game. Now, this all depends on what type of relationship you both have with each other. I'm just going to give you the psychology behind it. Some may be in favor of it and some may not. If someone were to text you or call you and every time you respond right away, like within a second, it tells the other party that you're always available for them at their convenience. If you want someone to miss you, you have to be absent, right? If you're always there, then there's nothing to miss about you. So wait as long as you need to reply or respond back, but not so long that you make them feel frustrated or lose interest. And number 4, be the one ending the conversation first. When you end the conversation first, you are basically in control. Meaning that if there's another engagement in the future, you can either start the conversation first or they can start the conversation first and you won't look bad or too desperate for attention. For example, let me explain. Let's say you're texting Alex and you feel like the conversation is about to end. Alex gets the last text in and you don't respond. Now, you have the upper hand because in the text perspective, if Alex breaks in and sends you another text hours later or the next day, then you just won this battle. You know that Alex is missing you. Alex is trying to start the conversation with you again. Whereas if you start the conversation first, then there's no harm because in the text perspective, you're just taking turn chatting. But of course, this all depends on what type of relationship you guys have with each other. Little did you know, sending a text can be so complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Number 5, spend time with other people. Like I said before, in order for someone to miss you, you have to be absent. That's just how things work. You can spend time with your family, friends, coworkers, your pet, your favorite toy, basically anyone or anything but them. It'll let them know that you actually have other people or things to care about and not just them, and they'll want your attention even more. And when you do spend time with them, it'll be even more special and meaningful because you guys don't do it as often. And if this is going to be like a date, you already know you're saving money by going out less. I'm just trying to help your wallet out. And I'm still just trying to make that YouTube money work to go on more dates. Number 6, Be memorable. Now, let's say you actually get to hang out with them. If you do, make it memorable because you want them to miss you. By the way, this helps if you have a lot of money to blow. You know, those grand gestures like dressing up and going to those fancy ballroom events or going on cruises or traveling. If you have money, then you have it easy. Now, I'm assuming 99% of my viewers, including myself, don't have that kind of money to blow. So instead, I recommend sticking to being cheap. I mean, the low budget friendly outings, and it all depends on what you both like to do. If it's just picnic at the park, cooking food at home, playing games, or just hiking, make the experience memorable. If you need to, bust out that guitar and sing a song, or maybe flex your YouTube channel. And remember to always look good while doing it. You want to impress, not depress them. Once you create these unforgettable moments with them, they will always remember it and will miss you in the long run. Number 7, remind them of the good times. This could be direct or indirect. The direct way of doing this is basically letting them know by talking to them, texting or sending pictures of them of the fun or great times you both had together. Again, no nude photos, please. An indirect way of doing this is by sharing or posting pictures of your past memories with them on your social media accounts. This will low-key pop up on their feed and it'll take them back of those good old days. They'll be reminded of you and miss you. This works well if you feel like they are drifting away and you're trying to hook them back into your boat. But at the same time, you don't want to try too hard and be needy. Number 8, don't let the relationship be one-sided. I know you're watching this and you're about to implement some of these tactics or not, but remember that you're trying to make them miss you, not leave you. If you push some of your behaviors or actions too far, they'll end up leaving you. Instead, if the person reminds you of something and actually say that they miss you, reciprocate back. Positive behaviors like that will leave a pleasant impression on them and they'll want to repeat it again. Return their texts, calls, or email and show your genuine interest in them. Appreciate all the notes or gifts that they leave you and remember to thank them for it. This will give them a feel-good feeling that you care and they will miss you for it. Number 9, open up to them. I'm not suggesting to tell them your list of criminal records or dirty secrets, but do lower your walls. We bond over admitting our dreams, insecurities, and worries with others. Once you've opened up to them, they'll feel safe doing the same with you. In addition, if you want to, be there for them when they need you the most. This will prove your loyalty and trust. Basically, you want to show them that they don't have to have their guards up around you. If you are able to do this, you'll get them to miss you when you're not there. And if you're good at this, you can probably get them to be attached to you. Now, that's something extreme. Number 10, be happy. This is probably the best advice I can give you. Be happy because you deserve it. Do the things you want to do, focus on yourself, or focus on the goals you want to achieve. Sign up for an underwater basket weaving class if that's what makes you happy. Smile and laugh when you're around that person, even if you have to force it. Did you know that if you force a smile and laugh, you'll tend to be happier? It's just a psychological thing to do to trick your mind. When you find what makes you happy, others will see it. You'll attract those who are also happy and want to be around you. People will be more inclined to reach out to you as well. If you don't believe me, start finding what makes you happy and continue doing that, and that person will one day come around. If they don't, oh well, at least you're happy enough to not dwell on them anymore. Number 11, reconnect. At the end of the day, things happen. You both could just end up getting busy, or that you both may live far away from each other. That distance discourages any interaction. It's okay not to talk once in a while, but don't stay away too long that you both become strangers. You want to close the gap and let them know that you're still there. Depending on the type of relationship, you have to be reasonable of the time you're away. If it's your spouse and you're on a business trip, make sure to give them a call no more than 48 hours when you're gone. If it's your best friend and you moved away for college, make sure to stay connected at least once a week to stay up to date to the latest gossip or news. And again, things happen, and if you just flat out don't talk to them, you will be forgotten. Overall, relationships can be tough. People can simply lose interest because you did something wrong or they just moved on, and it's okay. Just don't let that get into your head and put you down. But when you're able to get that person to miss you, make sure to not let them go, because deep down inside you know that they're worth it, and that's why you're doing it in the first place. If needed, make those friendship bracelet, get those matching t-shirt or tattoos, or even have a baby or two. I'm kidding, but make it 3 if you're doing it, because then you'll know it's real. You know what they say, 3rd time's the charm, I think. Hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.